Today, I will be asking you questions about how do you feel about Gen Z.
Okay.
Thank you. So, first question, how do you really feel about Gen Z?
So Gen Z, I work with Gen Z. I feel that there's a very bright generation trying to find their way.
There's certainly some things in these last couple years, including kind of students of your age bracket, that I do think are kind of like some trends that I noticed that are different.
I feel like they are very knowledgeable, but don't use their knowledge wisely. Because it's like they have so much potential, but they want to stay in a box instead of exploring as much as they have to offer.
I noticed that they don't show up as much like after school. Like my room used to be busy after school. But I notice now like kids kind of just go home for the most part.
You all will be a lot more creative without phones, without drugs and things of that sort, right? I think that you'll be able to expand.
How do you think Gen Z will react without their phones or things they need?
Are you talking about trying to take a phone away from a Gen Zer? Hold on, wait, what did you say? What did you say? I'm sorry, what?
I think that the social emotional impact that social media has had on Gen Z is also a difference that my generation did not have to deal with.
Honestly, like phones can produce a lot of anxiety too, right? The more time you spend on your phone, do you feel happier? I don't know. A lot of studies suggest otherwise.
You taking this in all day. So a break will do you some good. I enjoy not having my phone during the work day because I need to be detached in the moment. I don't think people live in a moment enough. We're trying to capture every moment instead of living in a moment, and that can become problematic. You miss things. Just being overly accessible. Everybody can reach you at all times. When do you have time for yourself, right? To focus on who you are.
You have all the potential to do way better and way more things than we were able to do. I just think that we lived in a time and used what resources we had. And I think you all don't use your resources for good.
The drug issue is very different. I think that because of the social emotional issues, I think you find a lot of people doing harder drugs earlier. And so now you're depressed and you're sad, and how do you feel better? Well, I'm gonna take this perk 30. What they say, perk 30? Take this perk 30 and I'm gonna feel better. And it don't help.
I think weed has become so normalized that I don't know if we're ever gonna put that back in the box. You know, if I take a person who loves doing math or wants to be really good at this or that, and they start smoking weed, all of a sudden it's like, it's like, then they don't have that drive anymore. It's just kind of like everything just kind of flattens a little bit. The heavier stuff like Percocet and things like that, I think sadly what we're seeing is like the people who are getting hooked by that, and it is one of those drugs that when it grabs you, it owns you. And I'm seeing students who are getting grabbed by that who are basically saying like, help me get out of this. What's hard is we don't have good programs in place to help people make that transition off of that drug.
I think we all people here growing and learning and trying to do what we got to do. The challenges that Gen Z will face are not the challenges that we face. The challenges that we face are not the challenges that you guys face, right?
I think I've noticed my students are really good problem solvers. This Gen Z, maybe they've had to work through stuff in a different way, but like really good thinkers. Like just thinking deeply and thinking well and good at figuring stuff out.
I think that anybody is capable of improving. I think that first they have to make the decision that that's what they want to do. Everybody grows up at some point. And so what we know Gen Z to be today, hopefully, is not what they are tomorrow as they age and mature. And life begins to happen and they begin to live and have some life experiences. Absolutely, there should be some changes. That's just a natural part of life.